Welcome to our vocabulary learning series. In this series, we will bring you solid knowledge about vocabulary in exams along with examples. In part 2 of this video, I will guide you on how to form a paragraph based on the words you have learned. Remember to study these words carefully as they are very effective in exams and your work. Let's get started. First, let's learn some new words in this lesson. Abide by, to act in accordance with or adhere to a rule, agreement, or principle. Example: all employees must abide by the company's code of conduct. Agreement: a negotiated and typically legally binding arrangement between parties as to a course of action. Example: the two parties have finally come to an agreement on the terms of the contract. Agree: to have the same opinion or belief as someone else, or to accept something. Example: I agree that we need to take action to reduce our environmental impact. Assurance: a promise or guarantee, often given to provide confidence or peace of mind. Example: the new car comes with a 3-year warranty, providing assurance to buyers. Cancel: to decide or announce that a planned event, activity, or arrangement will not take place. Example: I had to cancel my vacation due to unforeseen circumstances. Determine: to ascertain or establish exactly, typically as a result of research or calculation. Example: the investigators are working to determine the cause of the accident. Engage: to participate or become involved in an activity or discussion. Example: we will engage the services of a professional decorator for the wedding. Establish: to set up on a firm or permanent basis. Obligate: to make someone legally or morally bound to do something. Example: the company is obligated to pay its employees a fair wage. Obligation: a duty or commitment to fulfill a particular role or function. Example: as a citizen, it's our obligation to pay taxes to support public services. Party: a person or group involved in a particular situation or transaction. Example: the two parties involved in the dispute could not come to a resolution. Provision: a clause in a legal instrument or agreement that establishes a particular requirement or condition. Example: the contract includes a provision for early termination in case of non-performance. Provider: a person or organization that supplies goods or services. Example: the hospital works with a third-party provider for laundry services. Resolve: to settle or find a solution to a problem, dispute, or contentious matter. Example: we need to resolve the issue before it escalates into a bigger problem. Specify: to state or identify clearly and in detail. Example: please specify the exact color and size of the shirt you would like to order. Specification: a detailed description of the requirements for a particular product or service, including technical specifications and other criteria. Example: the software must meet the specification. Now we come to the practical part through the passage. You can pause to look up words in the dictionary and practice listening to this passage many times. That will help you make progress. Let's start. In today's world, it's important to abide by the rules, whether you're playing a game or running a business. By doing so, you can ensure fairness, safety, and order. In a business setting, agreements are made all the time, and it's crucial for both parties to come to an understanding and reach an agreement on the terms. This ensures that everyone involved is on the same page, and there are no surprises or misunderstandings down the line. When discussing ideas, It's also important to agree with your colleagues or partners. This shows that you value their input and ideas and that you're willing to work together to achieve a common goal. In some situations, assurance is necessary to alleviate concerns or doubts. For instance, if you're worried about an upcoming project's potential risks, you might need assurance from your team that everything is under control. In other cases, canceling plans is unavoidable due to unforeseen circumstances. Although it can be disappointing, it's important to be flexible and adapt to changes as they arise. When faced with a problem, it's essential to determine its root cause before attempting to fix it. This will help prevent it from happening again in the future. Sometimes, engaging a professional is the best course of action to ensure that the problem is fixed correctly and efficiently. Establishing a strong presence in the market is vital for businesses to succeed. This involves building a reputation, creating a brand identity, and developing a loyal customer base. Obligations are also important in business dealings. When a contract is signed, both parties are obligated to fulfill their end of the agreement. This helps ensure that there is accountability and that both parties are working towards a common goal. However, sometimes things don't go as planned, and disagreements can arise. When parties can't reach an agreement, it can be frustrating and costly. This is why contracts often include provisions for termination in case of breach of contract. It's important to have clear guidelines and consequences in place to prevent misunderstandings or conflicts. Providers are essential for businesses and individuals alike. Whether it's an internet service provider, healthcare provider, or financial services provider, finding a reliable and trustworthy one is crucial. If you're experiencing issues, it's important to resolve them before they escalate into bigger problems. This can involve mediation, negotiation, or other forms of conflict resolution. Finally, when setting up meetings or appointments, it's essential to specify the details clearly. This includes the date, time, location, and any other important information. Specifications are also important when dealing with products or services. These outline the requirements and expectations for the product or service and ensure that they meet the necessary standards. In conclusion, the words provided highlight the importance of following rules, agreements, and obligations in business and personal interactions. They also underscore the importance of finding reliable providers, resolving conflicts, and communicating effectively to avoid misunderstandings and disagreements.